Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Raghvendra Mishra, and in this video we will explore the difference between hard and soft assertion in Selenium with Python for better test validation and error handling. So alright, what is hard and what is soft assertion? Just take a look at this program and see how this hard and soft assertion works in Selenium Python. Alright, so basically the hard assertion, these kind of assertion is basically can be identified when the test execution stops immediately when the assertion failed, right? So I have a program, I have a test script basically, so wherein I have imported all these required modules to run this PyTest. All right, and this is my, let me just brief whatever I have written over here. So this is my fixture, okay, and which is applicable to the scope is module, meaning all the tests within this Python file assertions.py. This fixture is kind of valid throughout this Python file. All right, then I have written this setup method, okay, wherein I am just initializing the WebDriver and then maximizing, and then I am accessing this particular site which is orange HRM live, and then I'm just giving some wait for 10 seconds, and then I'm just yielding the driver so that it can execute the function and then come back here in the setup and tear down like by quitting the driver, right? And this is my first test PyTest, which starts from test underscore. Okay, this is the prefix required for PyTest to know this particular test has to be executed by the PyTest. All right, so I'm just calling the setup method over here, and then I'm giving the username and password to this site basically. All right, so if I may log out, you can see the username and password is already mentioned over here in this admin and admin 123. Okay, so I'm just entering this admin and admin 123, and I'm just clicking on the login button and then going for sleep for 5 seconds, and then I'm just trying to assert whether I have logged into the site or not by checking this XPath. Okay, and then I'm asserting, basically I'm checking here. So if everything goes well, this particular test will be passed, otherwise it will be failed with this dashboard is not visible, login failed. Okay, so this is my if, and this one is else condition. All right, now I'm just going ahead with this print statement to confirm how the hard assertion works. So this particular function is basically depicting the hard assertion. Okay, how that works, whether if it fails with this, whether the next or the execution will stop or not. If not, then it will print this, otherwise it will be actually come out of this particular test. All right, so this is how the hard assertion works. So let me just comment out this. I'm just selecting the soft assertion and just run the hard assertion first. Okay, then we will discuss. So control / and it is commented out. So let me just run this particular function and see how it goes, how the hard assertion, whatever I have explained, works. So by now right? So these stops the test execution immediately when the assertion fails. So this will not stop the assertion. This will not stop the execution if everything goes well. Okay, if there is no failure. Okay, so you have logged in till here and you are able to assert, and the test is passed, and the next print statement is dashboard is visible is printing over here, login succeeded. What if I just change the XPath? Okay, I'm least bothered about like handling anything in the hard assertion. I will just make sure that test execution fails and it come out of that. Okay, so this time it is going to let us see. It will wait for that dashboard and see it fails with the no such element, and the next statement will not be printed, which is print. Okay, dashboard is visible. So this is how the hard assertion works. Okay, it got failed and then it shows the error over here. Okay, now the let's see how the soft assertion works. So let me just comment out this one and uncomment the soft assertion code. So I'll just comment it out. And control / let me just maximize this a little bit, and then I will just uncomment it. Okay, shift and then down arrow, and then same control / and it will uncomment the commented section. Okay, so now let us see how this works basically. So here I'm calling the setup method again, so which is my for the initialization and for the tear down. Okay, so again this method will be called and it will initialize the driver, and then we are ready. So whatever error prone statements you may see, right, it will go into the try, and then it is going to catch the exception basically. Okay, it is going to catch the exception. Okay, so similar to try and catch in Java, we have try and except in Python. So we are catching the assertion. Okay, so this assertion is actually going into this particular list, and here we have defined the empty list. Okay, soft assertion equal to this empty list basically. Okay, nothing is there in this array. Okay, just opening and closing capital bracket. All right, so here I'm just whatever exception is there, I'm just adding to the list. Okay, so it has been added over here. So now second case comes. So this is with respect to the driver.title, if it is matching, and if we found orange HRM in the driver title, then it is passed, otherwise it will fail with driver doesn't match, and the assertion will be actually inserted or actually appended into this list, soft assertion. Okay, similarly for the username and password, and here we are giving the valid input, and then we are logging into the dashboard, and here we are defining the invalid XPath. Okay, now we have given the incorrect XPath, which is non-existing basically. It doesn't exist. So what will happen? So there may be chance that it will fail with like element not okay. Presence of element is not there. Okay, so presence of element we are waiting till this, and then basically one more time we are actually validating the orange HRM. Okay, even after that, and then in the second case, what may happen, this particular invalid XPath, I can probably write it down here inside this. Okay, so instead of writing here, I can write it, I can write this try over. I can go ahead and try here also, right? Why to copy, or everything can be written over inside this. Okay, so I have given this invalid XPath. Okay, so what may happen is we are basically identifying if this particular this one is present or not. Okay, so here we go. Basically earlier we were checking here, and so far so good, right? Yeah, so we have logged in, and we are actually trying to see this, if this particular XPath is present or not. Okay, so we are asserting, that is fine. We are asserting the driver.title. We can assert, or we can just leave it as is. Okay, because it may anyway go into the except if this particular XPath doesn't match. All right, I can keep it outside, not a problem. Okay, let me just explain it little bit more, and then we can probably execute this. I hope so far so clear. If you don't get any point, or if the explanation is not so clear, you can comment in the same video. I will code again, and I will code it live and make you understand this. Very simple and very straightforward. Now we are again catching this. So these might be the possible situation wherein we may see the timeout exception, we may see the no such element exception. So we are catching them, and you would have noticed, right, when we are catching, we at the same time we are actually appending. So whatever exception it has thrown inside the try will go into the except block, and we are actually appending that exception, timeout exception, or that exception object into the empty list, which is nothing but the soft assertion. Okay, it has been added. In case if it doesn't match, it will go into this. In case if it doesn't match, it will go into this. Okay, in case if this particular element is not present, like which is the invalid one, right, invalid XPath, which we have defined here. Okay, so if it is not found, then it will actually append that exception into the soft assertion list. All right, just in case if it fails with the no such element, then again this exception will be actually captured and added to this. Okay, otherwise if not at all these two, then it will actually throw the assertion that is the main one, that is the parent one, right? So this will actually again go into this. So this is the object. We are actually assertion error as E, and then we are actually appending this. Okay, we are appending this E or that, whatever we want to. So here everything is fine, and now then we are showing, right? So you can use the pytest.fail, but that will defeat the purpose of having the soft assertion. So what we are actually making sure here, we are making sure that in despite of or regardless of any exception being thrown, I will not halt the execution of the program or not halt the execution of this test script. I will continue. Okay, so now here I am actually printing the assertion whatever I have caught. Okay, so it will actually have just given for loop from failure to this assertion. So whatever list element when it has got, it will be actually printing, right? So this for loop, right? So soft assertion, so it will go from 0 to this list, okay, and -1, and then it will be actually printing. So let us run and see. Okay, all right. Admin and admin 123, we have logged in, and now it is searching for some invalid XPath which it will not found, but it should not throw the exception, rather it will catch the exception and print it. Let us see. See, it has passed. It has passed. That is what our intention is. We don't want to halt the execution of the script. Rather, we want to just capture that exception and just print it for the end user or for the the script developer, right? Basically the end user, who is actually tester, who is executing your script, right? He may see, he will actually see this result. Okay, so this is how actually you can put hard and soft assertion based on your requirement. All right, so I hope you have liked this explanation and learned from this video. Please do like and subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends, and also share the feedback in comment section. And I'll see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, and thanks for watching.